This is Meri at TheMeriAtelier, and tonight is Friday, May the 31st. It's the last Friday in May. We were going to do a hangout tonight. Hi, Miss Allie Kay. Hi, Jen. Hi, Kathy O'Neill. We were all set to do a Google Hangout with Beth and Becky, and at the last moment, of course, we had technical issues. So the hangout is canceled. I'm kind of disappointed, but you know, with technology today, that's how it goes. That's just how it goes. Everybody's system is set up there. You can get it going. You can think you're all set, and you sign on, and oops, it wasn't all set. So we are going to work on that, and we'll get it. We'll get it eventually. We will postpone our hangout until another time. Yeah. So hi, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck has been the calm one in the group tonight. She's been very helpful. Thank you so much, Aunt Beck. She had to go to the doctor today, not feeling all that super duper, and still she's helping us. And boy, I'll tell you, Beck, that's appreciated so much. And you leave when you have to. Hi, Nancy Widner. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a coon's age. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Lynn. And Holly and Janet. Hi, Janet. Maria's Duncan is in the house. Hi, ladies. Hi, Sharon and Ann. Hi, Ann. Holly. Yeah. Suzanne, hi ladies. Let me get signed up on here. So I am just going to do a regular stream, except here's the issue. Here's the issue. I'm not prepared to do my Miss Mary story. I don't have my trivia set up, and I don't have my doodle set up. But what I need to do is paint tonight. This was what I was going to do in my project, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. And Janet. Hi, ladies. Welcome, welcome. We might do a list tonight. Let me see. I got some messenger messages. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. We had some technical issues. Yeah. Let's see. What else is going on here? A couple people wanting to know if I was actually going to be online. We were dealing with some technical issues, last minute technical stuff. So that happens. Let's go. Let me read my chat on my phone because it's so much easier for me. So good of all of you to come in. There you are. Now I need to go to live chat. You liked my flower tour? Thank you. I got all my plants planted this afternoon after that. All of those flowers that were in that box on the porch. I went, was it yesterday that I went? It was because I came home. I was exhausted yesterday. And, oh, wait, here. Do I have sound on here? Hold it. Let me go to my settings and make sure my sound's completely off. Sounds, volume. I thought it completely off. I still have voices. Hearing voices in my head, I guess. All right. So those that I planted today were sale. Like I got a pack of 6 marigolds and 6 petunias for 96 cents. So they were clearance items, and usually all you have to do to those, they quit watering them. All you have to do is give them some love. Put them in some good dirt, feed them some plant food, and water them good. Hi, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Susan. Lisa says she can't stay long. She's not feeling well. Well, it's so good to see you anyway, Lisa. She's missed all of us and wanted to say hi and let you know that even though I'm sick, I had a great vacation and I'm home safely. Well, let's start from the bottom, Lisa. We're glad you're home safe. We're really glad you had a great vacation. And we're not so good about you being sick. You just take care of yourself. And thank you very much for coming in. And we're really happy that you missed us all. Oh, dear. Susan's in the house. Death is saying hello, hello. And Beck says, Lisa. Cheryl's saying she's having storms there. So, Cheryl, if you have to bop out, we completely understand. Beth was thinking she was going to have storms too. Hi, Mitzi. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Patricia Struford. Hello, hello, hello. I really am sorry about the hangout. All I can say is stuff happens. I won't say that's the polite way of saying it. Stuff happens. They're telling Lisa to feel better soon and sending her hugs and prayers and telling her she was missed. Yeah. Hi, Barbara. Barb Fillin, I guess it is. Welcome. Hi, Journey. Welcome, welcome. All right. Catching up with you guys here. Hi, Joan and Lori. Joan Bell. Lori loves Montana. Miss Allie K sees my idea above. Okay, let's see. I'm looking, Allie K. Hold on. Did I miss it? How far above was it, Allie K? Miss Allie K says, see my idea above. Lori, Joan, Cheryl, Mitzi, Holly, Journey, Barb, Patricia. Ooh. The internet is acting weird tonight. I got a 404 error. I'm in live chat. Allie K, can you say it again? Because I missed your... Oh, no, not here. No, not here, Allie K says. Okay, well... Idea above. No, not here. I don't understand. Oh, are you having storms now? Mitzi's asking Allie. And she said, no, not here. I'm looking for Allie K's idea, but let's say hello on the way up. Journey's here. Hi, Ruby, 33rd. Patricia, Journey, Allie K. 4 comments above Lisa. Okay. Okay, here's Lisa. Here's Kendra. Janet, Aunt Beck, we're having storms. Okay, there's Lisa, Kathy, Aunt Beck, Holly, Kathy O'Neill. You are not showing up. 4 comments above Lisa for me goes Kathy O'Neill, Aunt Beck, Holly, Kathy O'Neill, Cheryl, Aunt Beck, Janet, Cheryl. I do not see your idea. It's not showing up, Allie K. Type it in again. 4 comments above Lisa. Well, maybe which Lisa? I mean, which Lisa comment? I'm looking, Allie K. I sure don't see it. The first I saw you was see my idea above. Holly, Patricia, Janet, Lisa, Mitzi, Cheryl, Jan, Mitzi. Hi, Kendra and Ruby and Joyce. Allie, you have storms now too. 1, 2, 3. General hellos to many pouring in. And I'm looking for Allie K's comment idea. You're not 4 comments above on my screen, Allie K. Do you own cinch discs? Not the. I have a cinch, but they're the little wire They're the little wire clinch things, little wire binders. I'm thinking when you say discs, you're thinking about the little round things, the little round button type things that you put in there and it grabs a hold of them. I have the little wire binders, wire bound. Allie K, do you own cinch discs? No. No, Allie K. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome, welcome. We were going to do a hangout tonight. Someone earlier this week if they fit Rolodex cards. Oh, that's interesting. Are you sure they're cinch discs, though? The cinch, I'm thinking about the cinch binder. Are you sure they're not with another binding system, the little discs? Oh, you do not mean the wire ones, the hard plastic ones. That's okay. Yeah, I've never even seen discs for the cinch. If they exist, I've never seen them. I don't own them. Barb says hello to everybody that she's missed. I think the cinch is different. I do too. I think those little, there are many different brands. Yeah. Circa discs, maybe Rosemary is saying. Circa discs. But still, I wonder if the discs, if you could get discs to fit the cinch punches. That would be an interesting experiment. Like the Happy Planner ones. Yeah. I don't think they make them for the cinch, though. I've never seen them for the cinch machine, the punch machine. It's always you can get the coil binding, like you can go to an office supply store and buy that coil binding and just thread it through. Or you can buy the wire bound, which generally is what is used with a cinch. Lisa says she has those. Oh, someone else said they did. Maybe they were wrong. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something I've never heard on. Joggles is pretty good on the discs. But I think that's with a different binding system than the cinch. Or maybe cinch has come out with some new product that I'm just unaware of because I got my cinch. Well, I had a cinch in storage up in Wisconsin, but Annie V sent me her cinch machine. She said she's not using it anymore, and she sent it to me, and I've been having all kind of fun with it. Hi, Holly. She says, I'm so in love with your cover. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Did you all get a chance to see my stream this morning where I showed my haul from yesterday? And I got this iCat. Well, I'm calling it an iCat. It's an index card holder. Look at this. This is 18 inches long this way. It goes this way. And I counted, and if you put an index card in the front and back of each one of these, you'll have about 102. There's about 51 or 52, I forget, on each side. So let's just say there are 51, and if you use the front and back, that's 102 index cards. And on this side, 102, that's 204 index cards. And I'm going to I was going to use my painty papers for this, for my doodle prompts, for my doodles that I'm having the doodle game for that I don't have prepared for tonight because I thought we were going to hang out. But yeah. I am going to put my doodles in here. And when we get ready to play Dyson doodles, I'll number these. And I'll probably put them in color sections at the bottom. So we'll have, let's just say we have 204. Well, I'd have to divide them by 10. So it would be 20 different ones, 20 in a grouping if we have 10 prompts, or if we have 12 prompts, I'll have like red for backgrounds and blue for stenciling and stamps and that type of thing. So this only cost me $7. And I was thrilled to get it. You know, these things are expensive. If you buy these brand new, whoa. And the index cards are dated 1955 on the ones that are dated. Like this is 2/16/1950 or 55, 2/16/55, and they were selling a 4-speed trans red. I don't know what. 1950 L110 4-speed trans red. And they were selling it for $643. Oh. And here they were selling a half-ton Chevy pickup, half-ton, sold to Vince Fleming, I think it's supposed to be, and he sold it at $400. Woo! This is a narrow tread, road gear, just overhauled, sold it for $250. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. So, another project on my desk. Hi, Mina. Welcome, welcome. Barb said she slept right through the show. Well, that's completely okay, Barb. I understand because I slept through Beth's last night. I was so tired. I chatted for a little bit and then I just fell asleep. And look, I'm lagging up here. Not even on my own live. There I am. Oh, let's see. I don't mind. You know, I understand if you gals have to sleep at 4:30 in the morning. I completely understand that. So if you can't make it to one of my live, even the Friday night live stream, you know, for me, I'm going to stream anyway, and I'm just having fun streaming. And to me, it's like a standalone video, only I get to talk to you guys. And look, I found my acrylics. I could not find my acrylics this morning. I was so frustrated. You know why I couldn't find them? Because I was looking for a container with the red top. And I forgot that I took them out of that container and put them in this container. I wasn't even looking for a container with a blue top. So here they are. I'm going to paint tonight. Probably chat a lot more to you tonight, unless I get really involved in painting. This is heavy-bodied acrylic that I got from Marianne, and it is quinacridone crimson. And I think I got another red in here that is more a red, more of a brick red color. Red oxide, I think is more of a brick red that I might want on my, I'm going to start with the bricks. I think I'm going to start with that. It was more of a reddish brown. But I might mix a little red with, and it's hot in here. It is so hot in here. I'm either going to have to bring the fan down. My brother has not turned on his air conditioner yet. And the windows gotta be opened. I'm dying of heat. There we go. So let's mix a little kind of red and yellow here and get some orange for the, I'm going to start with that and some green. And I have this, I think the phthalo green. What's this? That's crimson. Well, maybe I'll have to mix my own green. It's the blue that I have two colors of. Oh, here's some phthalo green. I don't want phthalo green lawn, but if I mix a little yellow with it, and maybe I'll put some white and black on my palette. Can you guys see? Yeah, you can see. I'm just putting some colors out right now. And I even have a palette knife to mix with. I am one to, this is titanium white. I am one to like to mix the paint with my paintbrush. And they tell you not to do that. But my paintbrushes are so, am I going to get it open? Let me get my pliers. Yeah. So Beth is in Florida, and she said they might have storms there. So how is the weather in your part of the country, anyone? How's the weather? We had a beautiful day today. A beautiful, beautiful day. Let's see, I got blue. I want a little black here. Let's put that in there. But our lawn is going to need to be mowed again. It's not going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to go flea market tomorrow. Like I need more stuff. I need to stay home and organize what I have. But oh no, I'm running off to a citywide garage sale. Ha! All right, let's put that there. Let's see what you all are saying. See, let me go clear down. Wow, you guys are talking. Hi, Mrs. D. Seattle is warm and sunny. Zoe's in the house. Storms just passed through Mitzi's place. Allie K says, hi, Vicki. Hilda. Hi, Hilda. Welcome, welcome. Zoe's in the house, says the weather is nice. Good, Zoe. No more tornadoes in Georgia. You've had your share. Josie? Is Josie in the house? She says, Josie, I will have to try to remember. Vicki S. is in the house. Ruby, Colleen, Mina, Card Chick 50. You're Josie. Okay, Card Chick 50 is Josie. They're saying hi to Josie. Oops, that's Scrap Chick. All right. Hi, Mina. Hi, Colleen. She said, and then she said, oops, that's Scrap Chick. All right. I thought maybe Scrap Chick popped in on us. Susan says, I put good tennis shoes on and slept all day. Who knew? That's what you need to do to sleep is put tennis shoes on. See, Journey's here. Lisa says, Miss Allie K, I just checked and the Rolodex cards do fit the discs. I did not think that they would work, but they do. Very cool. So which discs are those, Lisa? Card Chick, are you Josie? Hello, Mary. Hi, Phibbs. Love your videos, Mary. Oh, thank you so much. Barb and Joyce and Holly. And let's see, Vicki said hello. Rhonda, good morning, Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. I still think I'm in the morning stream. Says, hi, Mary and everyone. The silver-looking plant in your pots that you planted is called Dusty Miller. Yeah, somebody commented on that. I think my head knew that, but I had forgotten all about it. The Dusty Miller, I love those plants. They make really nice foliage plants. You know, I'm not ready to mix anything. I want to paint. I want to paint before my... I want to paint before it all dries out on me. So I'm just going to kind of, and even this brush is probably a little bit too, but I'll just swish some color in here in the background. Can you guys see? I think I'm going to leave it at this level for now so you can see the entire piece. And this brush is actually too large. Let's get a smaller brush. Let's get a smaller brush to fit in there. Yeah. So this is a red brick building. And these are bay windows that are in here. And there's a little angel over here. You can't see her yet. I'll have to detail her in there. But there's a little angel in here. Where is her wing? In there. And I'm just kind of brushing on some color to get the background in. Actually, I'd like to bind this tomorrow because tomorrow's June 1st. Can you believe it? June 1st already. Before we know it, it's going to be July 4th and August and September and Christmas. That's how the year goes by for us. You know, you don't need a lot of paint on your brush, especially when you're just putting in the background. And I probably missed somebody in here. Let's see, I stopped it. Let's see, Barb, Joyce, Susan. Cheryl, you must come from one big family. All right, I think I'm good there. I missed what system you have, Lisa, that where you're using the discs. Miss Allie K says, wow. Hi, Debbie. Let's see. Did you draw that sketch? Yes, I did. I did, and I drew it on paper first, if you're talking to me. I drew this on paper first. This is just white paper because I wanted to get an idea of what I wanted. This is just kind of like a huge thumbnail sketch, only I sketched it all out first, and then I went back and I put it on the canvas because I want the canvas for my journal cover. And now I'm just putting in the background. I have another angel right here. I have an angel here. Oh, you know what? I moved that angel up, so I can go ahead and paint this in. And I'm just kind of blocking in the color. I'll probably go back and, do more, but I'm just getting a sense of what I want. I've got an angel here, an angel here, an angel there, and I probably need another angel over here. But I'll paint her in when it's time. And this is a big, long building in Phibbs Ville. And if you haven't followed, if you don't know what Phibbs Ville, FIBS stands for Friends in the Box. And usually, it really is started by, I call them the Ustream gals, the gals like Dee Dee and Janet Young and all of those who came over from Ustream. I think it was Dee Dee that I first heard the acronym Phibbs, Friends in a Box. But I was telling a story on Friday nights, and I call them Miss Mary Mysteries, and we were talking about this small town, and Janet, bless her heart, named our small town in my Miss Mary Mysteries Phibbs Ville, Phibbs Ville. So in Phibbs Ville, there's this empty, it used to be a general store, believe it or not. It was one fancy general store, but Phibbs Ville itself is a small town in a big park. It's a small town in a big park. And the population of Phibbs Ville is the population of my channel. So I believe when I looked last, let's go look. I think I had, I'm not going to say till I get there. I have 7,508 people. Last Friday, I was right at I think I was at 7,500 last Friday. So this is the third, I'm going to write it down, but I have to tell you, the population is not stable. People come and people go. I say people get born and people die. I think YouTube captures some of them too, but I'm keeping track. On the 17th of May, we had 7,488. This is 5/31/19. On the 21st of May, I had 7,499, and I only gained one person in a week. And then it shot up, and then it went down, and now it's at 7,508. I would love to know how YouTube decides who's a subscriber and who's not. The subscribers just bounce all around on my channel. So I generally don't care because the important people are here. That's the thing. The important people are here. So, but it's kind of frustrating, especially when you reach that level where you're trying to cross a threshold like 7,500, and you'll see it go to 7,500, and then you'll see it fall down, and then you'll see it fall down some more, and then you'll gain one, and then it'll fall back to. It's frustrating to watch that. So the thing is, you got to quit watching it. But As of tonight, the population of our little fictitious town of Phibbs Ville is 7,508. And this building here let's say it was built in 1890. And it was fictitious in my story. Now, this is all not true. This is fictitious. This is not real life. It was not owned by my grandparents, but this was at one time a general store in my story that was run by my grandparents. And I made myself Mary. I call myself Miss Mary in the story, and I made myself the main character. And I keep saying this because I don't want to use anybody else as the main character and get in trouble. So, and in my story, I'm calling myself the reluctant retiree. And that's where, in my story, kind of like in real life, I lost my job and had to kind of move back to my home state. And as I did, I saw that this building was empty. So it is owned, in my story, this building is owned by a young man who works for Google. And he's over in London, and he's working on the AI machine, the artificial intelligence, Google's artificial intelligence. He's telling the computer how to run the world. He doesn't care about small towns. He could care less about Phibbs Ville. This building to him is just an old building that's fallen down. And so he's renting this building to me really cheap, really, really cheap. Mary just called us unstable. I didn't intentionally call anybody unstable, but it might have come across that way. Oh dear me. So here comes another train. So that's kind of the story behind my cover. Well, my cover, I've been doing, for those of you that are new in here, for 2019, I have been doing a journal almost every month. Like, where is it? It's heavy. It's heavy. So those of you who watch my videos and everything know, but this was my journal cover for last month. This is how thick my journal is. Whoops, here. This is how thick my main journal is. It's huge, and I painted this cover. I painted this cover here. Got to get it underneath the camera there. So, and I've got one for January, February, March, April, May, and this will be my June one. And I try to theme them every month. Like May's theme was wallpaper and flowers. Well, June's theme is going to be urban sketching, and we are going to go urban sketching in Phibbs Ville in my journal. And underneath of this whole cover here, I've got a map. I've got a map, kind of like a general layout of the downtown Phibbs Ville. And we've been saying what we need, like a bookstore and a pet shop and a library and all of that. Well, I can only get so much on the cover. So this is the entrance to the building that I'm renting. And it's not a retail shop. We've already established that in the first chapter of hashtag Miss Mary Mysteries. And I usually tell these stories on Friday night. I really don't have a story for tonight. I'm just painting my cover. So I'm renting this building. All of these where these bay windows are here. These are bay windows. And this whole entire area, if you go inside this building, is all closed off. And that's part of the mystery. That's still coming in my story. But this is not a retail shop. This is a gathering place. And every Saturday, in my story, we get together. The local artists kind of come here, and we have different things going on. And we've adopted a little stray kitty. And we've named him Bandit, and Bandit's everywhere. I think Mina's still taking care of. Is it Mina that's taking care of Bandit, or who's taking care of Bandit? I forgot. I lost track. I have to go back and listen to my own stories sometimes. Okay, now I'm going to kind of paint some brick in here. Because, look, I just have a dab of paint and I painted all of that. But this is all window area in here. This is all window area. So the TheMeriAtelier in my story is a gathering place of artists. And every Friday night, we have a little story of what's going on in Phibbs Ville. We have a criminal that we call the lead pencil criminal, and he's still at large, but we got a good lead last week. We think we met his niece, and we kind of determined that, well, see, the story behind the lead pencil criminal is that he came in one day, very first chapter, and Janet was in here setting up for a get-together class that we were going to have. Well, he wanted to buy some pencils. Well, Janet was trying to tell him, we have no pencils. We're not a retail shop. And he got mad and hauled off and gave her a black eye. So, and then he ran away. So he's at large. We're trying to track him. But we found out that he has a guilty conscience. He's been sending us gift certificates and buying us pizza and whatever. So we think we met his niece last week. And we're going to try. And we also think that the reason he was so violent with Janet is because he's got PTSD that's kind of triggered by whatever. So, and we're going to try to trap him. Becky had a suggestion. I sometimes use the names of real people. And Becky has got her associate degree in criminology, social criminology, or something like that. She'll lead you on to the right path there. And so she suggested that over the 4th of July, when we have our 4th of July celebration in Phibbs Ville, that we offer up some collector's items, lead pencils. The niece has told us that he has a pencil collection from all over the world. And he was trying to get pencils from Phibbs Ville, and when he couldn't, he got mad. Wow, that's one long building, isn't it? They tell me this looks like New Orleans. And I keep saying, I've never been to New Orleans. I don't know what New Orleans looks like. And you know what? I am ready to go to the canopy here. So that's kind of, and there's a lot more to my little stories, but I've kind of given those who are new here a background of what it's all about while I'm painting here. Let's go back and see what you guys are saying. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, I missed it. What kind of a disc binding system do you have that those discs fit? Anita, are you still here? Joyce asked. Cheryl, stay safe. I think it's storming where Cheryl is in Richmond. She's saying I might lose power. So safety first, Cheryl. If you have to get offline, you get offline. I wouldn't stay on if there's bad thunder and lightning. Aunt Beck says, that's what nurse practitioner said, Susan. Joyce said, no fish. Barb says, ha ha, no worries, Mary. Mary should write a book. Mary's too busy with her YouTube channel. Cheryl, it's raining rats. Stay safe, Cheryl. Joyce said, my son brought catfish home tonight. Is your son a fisherman, Joyce? Thank you, Card Chick. I kind of have to give the new gals in here an idea of what this is all about. So when I tell my story, they'll kind of think about this building just by looking at the cover. This is a canvas. I call it paper, but it's not paper. This came off of a canvas pad that was gifted to me. Sherry Lynn gifted this to me. Let's see, I'm going to mix some, I want to mix some green here. So I got the phthalo green, but I don't like phthalo green by itself, so I'm going to mix some yellow with it. maybe get sort of a spring green here. More yellow, please. That phthalo green is such a strong, strong color. And I want some blue. And wait, I'm going to paint right off of my, but I want to get the blue out here. I didn't squeeze any blue. Hold it. Let me get some blue. Oh, you know, this Annie V and Marianne both sent me paints. And Annie V sent me this. Let me get it out here. It's French ultramarine blue, but it's Atelier. Atelier. Atelier, as I pronounce it. Blue. And it's really a pretty blue. Let's squeeze some out here. And I'm going to put blue and green on the canopy. And I'll have green grass, but I'll probably have to mix more green grass. But I am finding that when I paint this, I sure don't need a lot. I sure don't need a lot. I'm going to use it off of my palette knife first. Now, I might find more with this. I wasn't needing a lot in there. It's going to be kind of a bluish green canopy here, so I might kind of mix it on my... I've got... My brush is wet. I don't like my brush being so wet. Somebody's out mowing here at 8 o'clock at night. It's not quite dark here yet. I guess I'm going to need more green than I think. But I'll probably be coming back over this as I go. I'm just putting in the... I'm just putting it in as I see it. So let's see, there's some, that should really be a lighter green in there. Let's go in here. So in my story, this is the building where we get together every week. And Phibbs Ville, Phibbs Ville, is just a small town. I was saying that, and I got off into my subscription rate, but it's a small town in a park. People don't come here to shop. This is not a tourist location. People come here to relax. But there are people who live here because we have to have people to run the shops, and it's the county seat, so there's the courthouse, or people work in the courthouse, and we have a grocery store and a bookstore and a cafe. So there are people that live here, but the people that come here do not come. They come here, it's like a retreat when they come here. They don't come here for a, what do you want to say? It's not a tourist town, that's what I'm saying. They come here to relax, to read a book, maybe to go to a movie. We need a movie house. We need a newspaper office. I was thinking that because I can't, and a TV station, because if we put that, we're going to try to trap that lead pencil criminal by luring him, and the artists who come to the TheMeriAtelier on weekends in my story are going to paint and offer to the public on the 4th of July special lead pencils that have been painted for Phibbs Ville. And we are hoping that that will attract our criminal, who we think is Jen's Uncle Frederick. Uncle Frederick. So we're not sure, but it's a good try. We're thinking that that's going to get him in, because if he finds that he's going to get a collector's item of something that he wanted anyway, he might be brave enough to come and we're not going to offer hundreds of them. Well, I mean, like 1,000 or anything like that. We're only going to offer 150. So they're going to be collector's items. So if he wants one, he's going to have to come and pick it up. They have to pick it up in person so that we can see their face. So we're hoping that we'll get him here on the 4th. Officer Orville, we got an Officer Orville who's kind of like the small town friendly police officer who always pops in on our Saturday meetings for the refreshments. We trapped him one week though. We offered him pie if he'd sit in the center of the room so that we could sketch him. He became our life model, our life sketching model. Kind of didn't know what was going on until he realized somebody told him not to move. Mary, see my comment above. 2 above this one. 1, 2. Lisa, the Happy Planner system and the 365 system. Okay. So there are round discs of those 2 systems that fit the Rolodex cards. Cool. Very cool. Allie says, finally, she understands. That's cool, Allie K. Thanks for sharing that with us. So many of you have the Happy Planner system and the 365 system. You might consider getting some of those discs for your Rolodex. Card Chick. I can do that. My daughter is fantastic at applying makeup like that. All her friends use her for Halloween. What are we talking about? Thank you, Lisa. Holly, no NASCAR tonight. Anita, are you still here? Joyce wants to know. Cheryl, stay safe. Okay, if you are gone, I will assume power went out and watching your race cars. Cheryl, where are you? All right, we're back to Cheryl might lose power. Lisa had to say good night. Take care of yourself, Lisa. Good night. Donuts, Joy says. Mina says, okay, Janet, are you tempted to slug Uncle Frederick if he gets caught? Well, remember now, we're thinking that Uncle Frederick might have PTSD. That's that post-traumatic stress from being in he was probably either in the Korean War or the Vietnam War, Uncle Frederick. So he went through some pretty tough times in his life, and I don't know what has set him off. Well, I do know what set him off. He thought he was going to get some special pencils from Phibbs Ville, and Janet couldn't sell him any because they were for the kit boxes for the class that we were going to have, and she was trying to tell him that they were already bought and paid for by the class members, and he wasn't having anything of it. He wasn't having, and I think he's been so guilty lately that he's probably realized his error. I'm going to have to mix some more green. I think I want a lighter green for the lawn. I'm going to put a lawn in here, kind of park-like. So I'm going to use as much yellow as I have out. I'm going to wash my brush out a little. So that's where we are kind of in my stories. We had other chapters, like we went out urban sketching one week. And with my stories on Friday nights, I usually have session where I say twist the list. And we do a list. Our Friday night group is really good on doing lists. And this is almost too thin. But I don't really have a story tonight. I'm just kind of recapping everything. But that night when we went urban sketching, the twist the list was where in your community, if you could go urban sketching, where would you go? So, and Oh, we've done a lot of different lists. I think we did things like, what am I going to do with my old shoes, and using a blank sheet of paper. I think we did one on buttons, and we had a lot of different lists out there. I'm just kind of getting the green grass in there as a underpainting here right now. But I really didn't have a story. Yeah, I have to kind of think about what I want to tell for the stories during the week. And I tell you, I took the week off because I thought we were going to do the Hangout. And I wasn't planning to tell a story tonight. So I'm just recapping. But I think I started telling the stories on March 29th, I think it was, when I started. Every Friday night, there's a little... Now, see, this fence goes all the way down. But I didn't draw it all the way down because I got tired of sketching. This morning, I was sketching all this out. And I'm just kind of putting in some green grass. All this has to be tended to. And then as you come up here into the TheMeriAtelier, there's a sidewalk. You come in here. This is going to have two silhouettes of the little black bandit in here. But the sidewalk comes in this way and goes off down that way and off down this way, and it comes in, and then it has it kind of curves around, and it has those handicapped access, or the sloping sidewalks there, so it's easy access into the building. Let's see, what do I have here? I've got sidewalk there. I need grass here. In there. Oh, I got to paint the, I think I'm going to make the canopy in here a brighter green too. I'm going to have to mix more green. I should go to the Hobby Lobby and just buy me some green, but sometimes it's fun just to use the basic colors and mix them. Learn color mixing. All this green that I'm using here is a lot of yellow. That's how I'm defining it. A lot of yellow and just a dab of phthalo green. But it's pretty thin. But that's okay for here. And then across the canopy here, I'm going to write TheMeriAtelier. But not until I get to the detailing part. I'm just kind of painting the background in here. Janet says she needs ice cream. Josie, is it the same person? Janet, I want black walnut, Joyce says. Things get confused. Janet, it's instant and great, isn't it? Anita, what are the odds that you used to watch Ustream under the name of Petka? Hi, Anita. I don't know. What are those odds? Probably not very good. Probably never. Anita, hello. Glad to meet everyone. Hi, Anita. Welcome in here. Susan says, like blotting lipstick on the corner, but don't lick your lips. Card Chick says, Mary, this looks just like a big hotel in Spain. Oh, in Spain. Well, I have to tell you, this building came out of my imagination. Everybody tells me that it looks like Louisiana, New Orleans, or Huntsville, Alabama. Somebody said it looks like Huntsville. In my imagination, or if I have to compare it to a town, I would compare it, well, maybe not to Galena so much as the buildings in Galena are more separate little buildings. They're not one big, long building. But Galena, Illinois is between Madison, Wisconsin, and Des Moines. And I used to go through there a lot. Now, it's kind of a little touristy town. This is not a tourist town, I keep saying. But it has a lot of the little shops in Galena. It's really kind of a cool little town. I've gone urban sketching there before when I lived in Madison. But yeah, I don't know. I probably have seen pictures that appealed to me subconsciously, bringing it out. But I've never been to Spain. I've never been to New Orleans. I've never been to Huntsville. There we go. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Now, I want to put in the windows, and I'm going to kind of make them a light blue, dark blue. I think I'll be using this and a little white, and then I'll go back in like a dark blue. So these are kind of the bay windows here, the glass part. Now after this, I'll come back and put some darker blue in there to kind of make it. And these are all the store windows in here, and they probably should be a lighter blue in here. We'll see as I go. And after I get all this painted, I come in and I detail it with a pen or my fine line paint applicator. Probably could have a little bit lighter blue in there too. And I'm just kind of putting in hints of glass. Could be a little lighter in here. And a little darker up here because these are all closed off. And this is black. This should really be the light blue too. These are the doors going in. This really needs a column or something here. We'll come back to that. I'm just putting in the windows. So this little town of Phibbs Ville, like I said, it's the county seat. And it is the small town in a park. Small town in a big park is what I'm saying. Welcome to Phibbs Ville, the small town in a big park. And I don't know. We have a lot going on here, though. There's a lot going on. What else was I going to say to you? Oh, there's maybe if I put this over here for the newbies. There's a clock, an old clock here. This is the sign, the Phibbs Ville town sign is an artist palette, and on top of it is our little bandit kitty cat. Janet, if you look about on my community tab, about 3 or 4 posts down, Janet Baum did a flag of Phibbs Ville. It's a wonderful flag. She's got a world out here with a whole bunch of little characters around it, little people around it. And inside of that circle, she's got a blue sky, and the little kitty bandit is sitting on some green grass. And the flagpole in Janet's flag is the lead pencil. It's so creative. Well, that's what this is going to be. Here is the statue of an angel, because we got angels up here. Angels watching over us instead of gargoyles. And here's a statue of an angel, and it's holding a kitty, and there's a little kitty up on top of the wing. And then we got 2 urban sketchers sitting down here. This is kind of like a roundabout. This is going to be a red brick road. It's all red brick road going down this way and coming this way. And then the courthouse is all over here. And this is all park-like there's trees in here. I should put another tree up in here. It's a very shady small town and very park-like. There's going to be flowers around here. It's very park-like. Here's my sketch again. See, I got flowers in there. I got this fence going all the way down. This is the canopy. There's a rooftop. There's a garden rooftop up here with an Amazon landing pad. And we were talking parking last week. And I say that there's underground parking here, but not everybody likes underground parking. So there's parking in the back of the building. And I was thinking about that parking in the back. The parking in the back is also going to be very park-like. I mean, this is a city in a park. There are going to be trees and flowers and benches and in the parking lot. Of course, there'll be parking places where you can park, but it's not going to be all cement. I mean, well, there'll be cement, but not all cement. There's going to be park in there. Probably some tables where if you want to have a picnic out of the back of your car. This is my imagination here. Like, I just don't want any old cement parking lot. No, not in Phibbs Ville. We got a library. I was thinking we need to get a fountain in here. Well, I'm not going to put it on here. I'm talking about in the town. Now, when I do my urban sketching in June, I might be painting more of these buildings close up. Like, I was thinking I'd do this fence that I have here and do it on a page, but do a large one across the page so that you can see all the detail, because there's going to be two little silhouettes of kitties here. And I actually wanted little kitties going all the way down in different positions on this fence, like they have on the Globe Theater. But I'm never going to be able to get all those in here. So if I do my urban sketching and just put a fence this way, then I can show all the kitties on the fence. That's my thinking. It's really hot in here. My paint is getting dry on me. So I'm never going to have this ready and painted by tomorrow. I'll probably go ahead and collate my pages so that I can start journaling in June. I'll be painting on this weekend. But tomorrow I'm going to flea market. I should stay home. I really should stay home. I don't need any more. I need to clean up what I have. But oh no, I'm going. I got a little golden book, but it's a little kitty book, and I opened it this morning, and I can't bear. I don't know what I did with it. It's over here someplace. I can't bear to alter it. I got a little golden book to alter, but there's no way I can alter that little kitty golden book. So I'm going to go back tomorrow. They had a box of them, and I'm going to get a little golden book that maybe about the little engine that could, or some kind of race car or some clown or something I can actually alter. This is grass area in here. And I say this is the underpainting. Whew, it's hot in here. I am so hot. This is all grass in here. They're sitting on a kind of like a gray flagpole, base of the flagpole here in their urban sketching. This is the statue, so you aren't going to see too much grass in there. There'll be grass in here, grass in there. Woo! I can't tell you guys how much I am sweating. I'm going to have to bring the fan down and turn on the air conditioning here. It's really warm in here. All right, let's look at chat. I'm at a good stopping point. Where am I going to put this? Over here, I guess. All right, let's look at chat. Oh, you guys are really chatting away. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Mary, don't get a heat stroke. I might. I might. It's that warm in here. And I don't have anything close by that I can fan myself with. That's maybe one of these postcards. I've been painting postcards from Aunt Beck. From Aunt Beck's, got to get it under the camera. Aunt Beck's did, well, I call it a dirty dozen. It almost ended up to be a dirty dozen the other night. She gave 12 prompts in the end. But I used the little wounded butterfly, and this says good old summertime. And then this was all the background from my dirty dozen here, daisies. And then on the back, I stenciled scissors. I've got a Finnabar stencil that Marianne McMillan gifted me. And I put a white wash over it so I could write on there. I'm going to stamp a postcard and then, edge it in black and write a message on it. I'll have 18 of these when I get them done. So this is stickles on here, and it really does make the butterfly. The butterfly just pops with those stickles. But I'm going to use it to fan me. Woo! Oh, that feels good. Mary, can you step outside for a minute? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm not going to pass out on you. No way. And this is a light pole with an old-fashioned lamp there. There's a flower, and there's a park bench here. This should be green grass in here. Maybe let me go get some green before it all dries on me. This should be green in here. I'm just going to put some in here just to get some color down in there. Very almost watercolory, kind of in between the park bench. This is green in here. I'll have to mix some more green. I want to do this before it dries. This is all green and flowers. All righty. So, thank you, Janet. Put a cold rag on your neck and washcloth, Cheryl says. I'm fine. I'm fine, Cheryl. I'm just sweating. Put a cold rag on your neck. I'd have to get up and go get cold water. Thank you, Holly. Journey leave. Good night, Journey. Mary, get some air. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. Allie K says, gotcha, Becky. Good night, Journey says. Have a wonderful weekend. Journey's telling everybody good night. Don't alter. Yeah, I'm not going to alter that little kitty book. I'm going to go get one that I can alter with no guilt. Aunt Beck says, meow. Joyce is laughing with Mina. Ha ha ha. Kitty or kitty book? It's really a kitty, Kitty book, but it's for kids. It's one of those little golden books. Somebody started altering little golden books, and I forget who it is, but I'm seeing a lot of people alter little golden books. So I saw one they were selling them between $2 and $4.50. Mine cost $2.50. The little book that I bought cost me $2.50. So I might go get one that's, a cheapy one that I can alter. Mina says, oh no, Joyce, we all have to get our bandit fix. Oh, Janet, I'm just tired, Holly says. Anita says, thanks, Holly. Good luck with the puppies. They're cute, but a lot of work. If I sit the cat, you may not get him back. Well, I eventually, because I was asking the girl, see, I'm not a cat person. I don't have a cat. We had a cat when we were young, but he wasn't in the house. And I was asking, see, he's kind of our shop kitty. He's kind of our, but he's such a little kitty that different people have been taking care, fictitiously. They don't have to do anything in real life. Just fictitiously, they're taking care of Bandit. Bandit is our little kitty name. And, but eventually, we're going to have to get him used to staying alone in here if he's going to be a shop kitty. So, and I think they were telling me between 4 and 6 months before you want to leave an animal alone and not, of course, you'll have to you'll have to make sure he's got food and water and change the kitty box, the litter box and all of that. But eventually that little kitty's going to be trained to stay here. And if you want to see him, you're going to have to go visit him. What did Holly say? I discovered them shopping. I thought I'd try it. I'm just claustrophobic, Cheryl says. Holly says, I'm doing good, just very tired. I got 2 new puppies. Sinus infections are horrible. I hope it gets better soon. I do too, Holly. 2 puppies. I thought you were a kitty person, Holly. Allie K. Oh, yes, I've heard of that. Thought that was like a month ago. Anita says, Holly, I'm doing okay. Sinus infections. Holly, I microwaved from a Nathaniel's pretzel dog. I took the night off. We stayed in the French Quarter, Joyce said. Had a cute balcony. You're talking about going to New Orleans. Allie, at Mardi Gras, if you lift your shirt, men throw strings of colored beads. I'm not going to Mardi Gras. I'm too old for that kind of silliness. Anita says, Miss Allie K, I was watching a live stream she was on, and I think she mentioned it. Don't quote me. I'm forgetful. Miss Allie K, what did you have for dinner, Holly? I'm kind of reading chats. Beads, where did you go? Hilda says, oh my gosh, I got some stretch canvas from Hobby Lobby for cheap. They look like this, and I haven't done anything with them. Yeah, I have been, my very first one that I did the painting on, it was my February one. I actually had my painting on one of those 18 by 24 stretch canvas, pre-primed canvas that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I painted my pincushion doll. This is my pincushion doll. This is Penelope. She's kind of my little mascot. And a chalkware doll on it. And then I cut it apart, and that's kind of what started all this. My January journal cover was more paper and stamp, and I think I carved the New Year's stamp. So yeah, Hilda, this is fun to do. Just mine measures 11 1/4 by 20, and I have a 3-inch spine here. So when I close it, this is 8 1/2 for the back, and this is the front. The right-hand side is the front, and it's 8 1/2. And so when I close it, I have 11 1/4 by 8 1/2. And then I've got a 3-inch spine in here. In 86, I would have. Susan, no. Joyce said, I had the best time watching people from my balcony. We were talking about Mardi Gras. Hilda, Mary did sketch it all. Yes, I did. Holly, do you? Yes, Holly, you do. Nice to see you again. It's been a while. Yeah, Hilda, I sketched this. This is kind of coming out of my imagination, but I think I'm probably subconsciously pulling bits and parts for. Mina wanted an old clock. I wanted the palette. This is the street sign. The Urban Sketchers, just because my theme for June is going to be urban sketching. The angel just was I wanted a statue, and I thought, well, I should make an angel statue because I've been putting the angels up here instead of gargoyles. Joyce said she went to New Orleans in 86. I've never been to New Orleans. That town got flooded. Okay, let's see. Let's go back here. Yeah, you guys are chatting away. The thrift stores around here never have anything crafty, Janet says. You know, I'll bet they get donated crafty things, and I'll bet they get sorted out before they. That's probably why they're not there. That's too bad, Janet. Janet, Aunt Beck says that she'll look for something for you. She says she finds stuff all the time. Maybe I'll put some together and do a giveaway in a live. Mina says a clock tower would look awesome by the courthouse. Well, it's kind of by the courthouse. The courthouse is over here, but in order for me to get it, the clock on here, I had to put it behind the city sign. But maybe I could put a clock tower over by the courthouse when I paint the courthouse. I'll probably do an urban sketch of the courthouse. That's the thing. I can't get everything on the cover that I want to get on here. Do you go to rummage sales, Janet? Mitzi asks. Janet says, oh, Becky, that would be fun. Ice cream store in Phibbs Ville. Well, we don't have an ice cream store yet. We might have to get one, though. That's a good idea. And a movie theater. We have to have a movie theater. We have to have a newspaper office. We've got to have a fountain. We have the pet store. This is actually a corner here. The street comes this way, and it actually comes all the way down this way and goes off. This is north, south, east, and west. And this is on the corner right here. And there's a street coming from the east, and it turns and goes north. And it goes up and, well, here, let's show you the map. I have to put my phone down. Let me lift this up and you can see now this is very rough draft sketch. We were sketching it out last Friday night or last Friday night before. Let me set this aside a minute. So this is kind of a sketchy sketch of what Phibbs Ville looks like. Here's the courthouse. And right in here is the TheMeriAtelier. Let me zoom out a little. Do I not have my camera on? Are you okay with the autofocus? I forgot to turn my camera settings on. I'm surprised that nobody's complaining about autofocus that I saw, but let's turn autofocus off, I mean. It takes a while to wake it up. Come on, wake up. There it is. Let me turn off my autofocus. And let's zoom out one. Okay. Up in here is where the TheMeriAtelier is. That's what I'm painting right now. And the street comes around this way from the east and goes up north. But it also circles around here. This is the roundabout where those two urban sketches are. The street sign really is over here, and the clock will be right in there. The clock tower, Mina, will be right in there when I sketch the courthouse. And it's one way coming around here. It's one way. Now, remember, this is a small town. This is not a big city. We got the Stream of Dreams. That's what this blue is coming around. This is all park area here. The street is one way going this way around the courthouse, except it's got a little highway into the parking lot for the courthouse employees. There's a bridge here, a bridge here, a bridge there. There's a lot of park area in here, a lot of park area. But we also have over here, we have a gym, a pet store, the doctor's office. But we also need an ice cream store. I've written this down. We need a hospital. We need a newspaper. We need a church. Somebody suggested Michael's and Walmart. Now, if they won't be downtown, but they're in Phibbs Ville, that's not going to be Walmart as we know it. Our Walmart or Hobby Lobby is going to have to be in an historic building, a red brick building to fit in Phibbs Ville. They want to be here. The city council has made a rule. Walmart may not want to come here, but they'll be losing our business if they don't. But I want to keep all the buildings kind of looking the same. Then there's a two-way street. They can go around this way. They can come in from the north and go around the courthouse, and they can either go back down south. This is two-way here. Or they can come from the south and go around the roundabout and go up north, or they can go around the courthouse and go east. This is two-way, this is two-way, and this is two-way, but all around the courthouse is one way. You know, and I should have another roundabout over here. Now that I think about it, I'm going to put in another roundabout. You guys just love those roundabouts, don't you? So the city engineer says, we need another roundabout in here. So there you go. This is little man sitting on a park bench because I wanted it to be, this is all the green area out in there. Then we have all of our stores. We've got a gift store, drugstore. Over here's a library. We've got a Chautauqua. We've got gazebo. Someplace in here I'm going to put a fountain. We need a fountain in the park area. Over here, we've got a sunken garden over here by the library. And then we got shops all around the outer perimeter. Way behind over here, we've got a section where it's nothing but bed and breakfast area. If there are any hotels, they're out in the suburbs, but they've got to be historic. They're not hotels as we think of hotels or motels. That's the rule in Phibbs Ville. They have to be red brick buildings. They have to fit in our little town. But this is a little town, so there'll probably only be one or two. People come here to relax. Janet, no spiders, Joyce says. Mina says, Cheryl, if Bandit does get a little pudgy, there's just more of him to love. Janet says, Bandit needs to meet a little friend, maybe a mouse or a spider. They're talking about our little kitty. Bandit needs to meet a little friend, maybe a mouse. Rosemary says, you need a pump station for all those creeks. Probably do, Rosemary. Probably do. For that stream of dreams, needs a pump station. And you know, there's going to have to be a city maintenance. There's going to have to be a city maintenance. Oh, I forgot, up around here is the police station where Officer Orville. Here's the TheMeriAtelier there. We've got, well, here's the TheMeriAtelier. We've got the bookstore and coffee shop, cafe in here. But way off over here is the police station, catty corner to the courthouse. There'll have to be a fire department. You know, all little towns need all those services. You know, even here in my little town, we have a community building, we have a grocery store, we have a library, and we're just we're smaller than this town. I live in a town that's under 1,000, and Phibbs Ville is up to 7,508. My channel's larger than the town I live in. Sebastian only comes at Christmas to put tinsel on the tree. Yes, Aunt Beck told the most wonderful story about the Christmas spider. He comes to decorate with the Christmas tree with tinsel. I never knew that's a fairy tale. Phibbs Ville is a perfect town. No problems, no pain, no problems. Well, we're perfect, but you know, we still have crime here, Janet. You know that. You know that. You got a black eye. There's no perfect town. We have a police officer. We have a police station. So we have to have some law and order. And but it's not a big problem here. Crime is not a big problem. It's like there are no litter bugs. We pick up our litter bugs. Cheryl says, yep, he got me. He was mad. I was trying to make him leave the bathroom. Who are you talking about, Cheryl? Cheryl, no. What is she talking about? Oh, is it a spider? Yeah, we're going to need a pump station. We're going to have a swimming pool and a park and a playground. We'll probably have to go to the doctor's office. So, but generally, this is a town where people come to relax. They come to get away from all their stresses in life. And, it's like a weekend away. If you just want to come and spend the weekend, that type of thing. This is not a town that is, well, I don't know, anything other than that. Where's my paint? I've been talking here. Let me go back to I think I'm going to use up some of this red here on the bricks. Let me spritz this with a little water. I forgot to spritz water on this paint. I'm going to put in the red bricks. I'd like an undercoat here. And I'll probably need that. Let's get that bigger brush out for the bricks. And let's just do a wash on the streets here. This is all red brick here. Now I'm just kind of painting it. And the street actually comes in here. But you aren't going to see a whole lot of this, but you'll see more of the street here. It comes in there, comes around here. And of course I put water on it, so I'm getting a wash. But I'll be painting a brick street in here. And I was thinking, Rosemary, your town, your little town where you live, we're painting murals on their building. Maybe we'll have to have a section where they paint a mural on the building, an old deserted building in Phibbs Ville, off on the other side street. Not downtown. Downtown Phibbs Ville is pretty well maintained. Let's see. Actually, that street kind of comes off this way, so it's kind of going out. I kind of lost my sidewalk, goes here, and the street comes way up here. Yeah, we'll probably have to have some green elevators and railroad station with the depot so the train can come through. And yeah, I don't know, is this little town large enough to have an airport? Maybe a small airport, because it is the county seat. A small regional airport. And I don't know. I have to have a county historical museum. So there's the underpainting for the brick road. And this is all grass and flowers here. I'm almost wanting to paint down this way with this road, but this is the bottom of my journal here. So the road kind of just goes off the, the road just keeps going off of the edge of the book. So if we have a gathering place for the local artists, you know that they're going to have to be other gathering places for the theater. Now, this was an old general store, but there probably is in this town someplace an old opera house. I've been watching Net Nebraska, which is the public station and public TV in Nebraska. And they have a theater group that performs in the small towns across Nebraska. And they went to the opera, they performed in the opera building of Red Cloud. Now, those of you who know Nebraska have heard of Red Cloud because a famous author called Willa Cather was from there. She wrote My Antonia. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that book, but she eventually went, I think she went to the University of Nebraska, then went on to New York City. She became published in probably the early 1900s, I'm thinking. I can't remember her. You could look her up. I could look her up. But she wrote My Antonia. But anyway, in the town where she's from, I'm going to go sketching in there sometime. This actually needs to be painted closer here. It's not too far from here, but they've got an old opera house. They've remodeled and, refurbished and everything. And the theater group performs in that opera house. And I was thinking it'd be really fun to go urban sketching down there. I've been there to Red Cloud is the name of the town. And I've been there before. We went to her childhood home, and it had I think it was a school too, where they had think little town on the prairie, because they had the merry-go-round out there and the little outside bathrooms. And then they had her house that she grew up in. And I think we actually went inside, if I remember right. It's been a while. I was still pretty young when we went there. All right, so that's the red brick road going through there, and I'll come back later and maybe I'll just do that now. Let's make a little more. Let's put a little yellow. Is this yellow? Where's my yellow? I think this is dry enough. I can set this down. I need some more yellow. Where'd my yellow fly up? This is, where's yellow? This is yellow. I'm going to add a little yellow to this orange and put a little more light color in there. Maybe some dark color too, to mimic a shady street. But for right now, I just want a little bit of yellow in here. A little bit more. A little bit more. So it's hard to see. It's maybe I'll have to wait till this dries. It's not giving me the color I want. It's almost too dark. Let's add some blue to my red and see if I can't get some shade. That's working. But how does it look on here? Shade. Shady for the shade trees. If you can't get the tree on there, you can do the shading on the street to make it look like, you know, there's a tree up above. And of course, the sidewalk will be gray and there'll be shading in here too. And then there'll probably be some darker green in there. I need more red there. Maybe a little shade going on in here. It's a little bit too blue in there. Maybe some shade going on in here as you get down the street. Where are we here? What am I? Let's look at chat. Let's look at chat. I'll have to let that dry a little in there. Rest well, Becky. Bye, Becky. You get some rest. She's relocated to the recliner. She may fall asleep. That's okay, Aunt Beck. I understand. I so understand. I fell asleep last night in Beth's stream. I feel so bad. But I just nodded off and fell right asleep. Beth did a bingo game last night, and I missed it. But I'm going to try to catch her tomorrow night, if I'm not too tired from all that flea marketing. Jan says, my town has 43,000. That's not too many people, is it? I don't think so. You can still have a nice community at 40, 50,000 people in real life. It really depends on the town itself. How, do they promote the community events, or do they, it kind of depends on the town. Let's put some shade up in here too. Let's actually put a little more kind of in here. We don't want too much. I don't want it too much. I was going to let it dry. Now I'm painting it again here. So what I'm going to do now, I think, is paint the sidewalks. What did I do with my towel? Let's see what else we're talking about. If you blink, you'll miss it, Kathy says. Anita says, Kathy beat both of us, Anita says. Joyce says, I'll have to check 1 minute. How small, Joyce? My town is 198, down from 212. Yeah, we used to live in a small town like that, 198. When my freshman year of high school was from a really small town. I had 5 people in my class. 5 people in my class until I was a sophomore in high school. Is this black? Yeah. So I understand those small towns. Let's see. The sidewalk comes in here. Yeah. But I'm talking in chat. Cheryl says the tidal basin in Washington, D.C. is endangered. It needs people to come in and clean it and fix the area. It was on the news. Kathy, Mary is working on her June cover. It's Phibbs Ville. Hi, Kathy. Did I say hello? Oh, dear. Kathy Whitney, welcome, welcome. Joyce, that would be wonderful. Mina says, I'm back. My cousin stopped for a moment. Welcome back, Mina. Joyce says, my town is tiny. Joyce says, we have beautiful art on buildings here. I will try to film. Okay, Joyce, that would be fun. Janet says, as a child, I remember the streets in New York City would have all those carts selling pretzels and hot dogs and ice cream, bags of peanuts. The good old days. Well, we might have some vendors in the park, especially on the holidays like Memorial Day and the 4th of July. Have some vendors come in, and I don't know about every day, though. We'll have to see. I don't know if they could stay in business. We have a lot of people that like to cook in our town. Here I am mixing with my paintbrush. So this is all, I have to go back in and detail this gate, but it's all sidewalk in here, and it comes up in here. And actually, I've got my big brush out here. I need my smaller brush to do this. The sidewalk comes around this way, kind of comes around in here. And it has some steps there in the front. So just let me kind of paint this, and then I'll come back and detail it. And it kind of goes off the side here too, and it comes around this way. And then I have to get my little brush. Who is I watching this afternoon? His name is James or Jim Gurney. He was painting dinosaurs or something. But he was also painting he was using gouache. He had a video on tips of using gouache, which is an opaque watercolor. And he was painting a dog, a German Shepherd dog. Oh, he did a beautiful job of it. But he was telling how he uses 3 or 4 different brushes for different colors with his gouache. I don't use brushes for different colors. I use the brushes for different sizes. Like I have to get in here and paint this little sidewalk going down this way. So I need a smaller brush. And I'm just kind of putting in, this is still kind of underpainting. I haven't put any detail in here. This is all sidewalk. In fact, I'm running out of gray again. But I've learned not to put a lot of paint on my palette and then just let it dry and get old. If I just put little swooshes of paint on my palette, if I need more, I'll squeeze more out. Nah. So this is all sidewalk. It needs to be detailed. And there's a tree here. You can't see it. I've got my plate on it. And this is green again, going down here. There's sidewalk, kind of green grassy areas where I'll have some little benches in real life. And there's some lamp stands. I'll probably put another tree in here. And then there's green again before you get to the road curve, and flowers around here. And there's flowers around in here. That's what these white lines are. I haven't put the flowers in yet. But I need this gray to come over this way for the trim on the building. So I'm just going to kind of block in some trim and trim up here and trim in there. And by golly, I don't have trim going down I need trim coming this way too. That trim comes all the way down here. And there's trim around the banister. I'll have to go in and detail all this after I get the color in, but let's kind of put in my statue is going to be gray. She's an angel, but she's a stone angel. I'll have to go back in and detail her after I get her painted. There'll be some white highlights going on here. But this is kind of like a base coat. My statue right here. I painted her out, didn't I? That's okay. She'll become an angel eventually. And then I got little gray angels up here on the rooftop. Instead of the gargoyles, we have angels. There's another one over here. And there's an angel here. And I thought I was putting angels here, but I guess I moved them up. There's an angel here. All right, that's good enough. I guess I should put something in here in between. I'm not sure what's going in here. Let's put some white on there. Probably some white in here. Ha! That she needs some white here. She needs a little bit more definition. She's holding my little kitty. You can see I'm not going to get this done tonight. What time is it? It's 9:30. What are you guys chatting about? You're way down here. Hi, Roy. How you doing? Last time I was there was 1976. I hate Disney World. He says, the crowds, the expense, and the waiting. Boo. Aunt Beck says, I've never been. I have no desire to go. I'd rather hike up to the mountaintop. I agree with you, Aunt Beck. I have no desire to go to Disney World. In 1983, when I was still working, when I was a working girl, I actually bought a new car. One of my first new cars that I ever bought. And when the dealership, they had a contest going on. They had a contest going on to win a car. Or was it it was a trip to Disney World, I guess it was. It wasn't to win a car. I'm sorry. It was a trip to Disney World. But in long story short, I was buying the car. And long story short, I won the trip. I was at work. One day, and it was so long ago, we didn't have phones on our desks. And when I worked, that's how long ago it was. I worked in a big open area. Our IT, we did not have computers on our desk. Our programmers did not have computers on our desk. We had a big open area. We had like school teacher desks. And this is Janet's flag is in here. Anyway, so the secretary would take all the incoming calls. And they called me at work. And the secretary said, you got a call from a marketing company. And they thought I was out looking for another job. They thought I was interviewing. And I wasn't. And that marketing company told me I won a trip. They won that trip to Disney World down in Florida. Well, I didn't want to go. And so I asked them if I could trade it in. And of course, they said, well, no, we really don't do that. And I said, I was going to try to find somebody to sell it to. But they called me back a couple days later and said that there was somebody in the company that would buy it from me. So they bought the trip back. And I never did go to Disney World. In fact, I had a friend who was in the Peace Corps, and she came home that year. She'd served her time in the Peace Corps, and she came home. And this, I'm younger here. I'm young. I was like 25, something like that. And she came home and she wanted to go down to Houston because she was dating a guy down in Houston. And so I said, well, I'll drive you down there in my new car. So we got in my new car and we drove down to Houston on that money that I got from the trip. Such is life. Such is life. I need some more green now. That was my life back then. Sometimes I wish I could go back. Sometimes I wish I could go back. Oh, that's green. I don't want green. Sometimes I wish I could go back and still be that person who worked and had dreams of a big career and all. Is that the green? No, that's the green. This is, I must have, where's my black? But I like where I am now. I'm not unhappy. It's nice to have those memories. That's blue. This has to be my black. I must have green in there. This has to be my black over here. I turned my palette. This is black in here. I want to do my clock. It's nice to have those memories, but sometimes I wish I could, sometimes I wish that I was still working. I'm the reluctant retiree. Remember that. And I'm just kind of putting in the base of this old clock. And Mina probably sees this clock a whole lot differently than I'm painting it, but oh well. And I'm just kind of putting in the, it's just like an old clock here. And it has to have some white in here because my kitty cat's going to be, my kitty cat is going to be black. So I don't want it to clash with my kitty cat. Sort of like that. Oh, Joyce, if we could. Yes, but we can't go back. But oh, if we could. If we could go back and know what we know now. But you know, truthfully, I don't think I would change much. If I went back and know what I know now, I might change a few things. But I don't regret the decisions that I made. I don't regret them. I made them for specific reasons that probably nobody else would understand. So even if I went back, I probably wouldn't change a whole lot. I might change a few things. Like, to tell you the truth, I think I'd study more and read more in my first years of college. I didn't do bad. I was probably a B student. I wasn't a straight A student, but I could have probably been a straight A student if I would have studied more. But I was also on work study, so I worked and went to school. So that my working took a lot out of my study time. I'm going to have to put green or something in there. But I think I could have, I wanted to be with my friends when I should have been in studying. So this is the street sign here. It's going to be detailed. I'm just putting in the base of it. It's going to say, welcome to Phibbs Ville, the small town in a big park. That should probably be more of a gray color. After the paint dries, I'll have to repaint it. The base should be probably more gray. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Kathy says, don't look back. You're not going in that direction. That's so true. But it's nice to have memories. It's nice to have memories. It's where those memories, if you regret them, I think that's the looking back part. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of getting tired of painting this. You're probably getting tired of watching it. Let's see. I do think I should mix a little bit more green now, which means I need some more yellow. I have the phthalo green. Let me get my yellow out again. Put some yellow over here and mix some green. Maybe I'll mix some of that blue instead of the phthalo in it. Where's my palette knife that I was using? Oh, here it is. It's got green on it. I didn't put it in there. I'll probably have to wash it out good now. Yeah, it's dried. We'll take some of this blue maybe and mix in there. And can't see what I'm doing. It's too far away from me. It's an ugly green. I got black in it. I'll wipe that out. Ew! Now I got it all over my fingers. Let's scrape this away. Let's just put it over here. Don't mind me. I'm playing in the paint. I wanted some. Let's go back to the phthalo green there. I wanted some pretty green. I need more green. Where's my brush now? What did I do with my little brush? What? Got a label on my scrappies that frustrate me. This is green in here. Green and green flowers. That's where I'm going. This is just kind of between the sidewalk and the street grass. So I'm basically just getting the base coat on here. See, let's put a little green in there. We want this to be green. This is green in here. I'm getting that phthalo green on it. There'll be flowers in there, but I'm just putting green on it now. Yeah, green. So I got some ideas for some lists. We'll try to get that done. I'm planning another hangout for next week. But we'll see how that goes. Might need to test before we tested though. Sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you think you got it down and you don't. It isn't like we didn't test. We probably just didn't test good enough. Now, that'll all be, I don't want it too green up in here. I want that light green in there. I want more yellow in it. I see all my yellow. I used it already. Now this is getting to the point to where I really need to sit down and get my nose above it and put in the detail, put in the brickwork. I want to do more there. This is my butterfly. This is, I wanted to put flowers in there, but I probably should put some green in there too. Let's put the rest of this green in here. kind of along the side, just to get it in there. And let's put some green in here. More green. This is kind of the roundabout. This is the sign. That'll be detailed. This is the sign. There's a sign there, a sign here, and a sign here. Let's do the tree. Let's do the tree. It needs to be a brown. Let's mix some of this with that and some of the green. See if we can't get us a brown going here. A light brown. Maybe add some blue. Ooh, that's a gray brown. Let's add some red. More red. More red. There we go. The tree is not black. The tree is really a pretty brown color. Probably put some gray in there too. Oh, and I need my sky in there. Tree comes over this way. And there'll be another tree, I think, right about in here. We'll just kind of put him in there. He's too thick. All right, at least I know he's there. I'll have to repaint him. Mary's talking to herself here. Let's see. I want some gray now. Black and white. I'm using all my white up. My white and yellow goes pretty fast when I paint, believe it or not. The colors that I use a lot on this is the white and the yellow. I'm trying to put some grayish brown in here. They're kind of like that. And let's put, I got blue. I'm going to put this palette knife away. Get my white out again. I'm going to put some sky in there. I'm coming to the point to where I'm getting ready to quit for the night. I'm getting tired. I'll have to finish it this weekend. I'll go ahead and collate my pages. I'll have to start thinking about my July one, the first week. I was going to have this all done by June 1st. Oh, yeah, Mary. Sure. That's not the right color. Well, we'll paint it in there. Come back. Paint the sky in here. Paint the sky. Come back and detail it. Just get the color in there. I wanted more of a blue color. Yeah. It's not the sky blue that I wanted. It's more of a gray blue. Oh, well. Oh, well. At least it's blue. Now I'll come back in and put in all the trees and leaves and all of that. I just have to get the base of it in. Mary's talking to herself again. Really, there should be blue between all of these fence posts in here. I'll have to redraw them in there. Put some clouds in there. I'm not happy with my blue. I might go get me some other blue tomorrow. In fact, I will. My blue is too gray for me. I wanted more of a sky blue. All right, we'll leave it that way. Let's see what's going on here. Thank you, Mina. Where's Bandit right now? In my story, I think he's with Mina, but where is he on here? He's there, and he's on my city sign, and he'll be on my gates on my picture. But in my story, I think Mina's taking. Is it Mina that's taking care of? Who's taking care of Bandit this week? I think it was Mina. You want to walk down that sidewalk? I tell you, the sidewalk is almost as gray as the sky. Now I'm just playing. Because I'm getting tired. I can only paint so much and I need to take a break. And I think I'm getting to, I think I'm getting to that point. Janet says, I remember my cousin had a loft in New York City and we would go up on the roof and he had it filled with flowers, bushes, and small trees. It was wonderful to be out there at night. I'll bet it was. And you could see all the city lights. I'll bet it was nice. I'm going to have to repaint the gates here, but I need to get my sidewalk in there. And there'd be a lead pencil right here, a yellow lead pencil. I'll have to repaint the gate. But that's okay. It's important to get the base in there. I suppose the park bench should be red or black. I haven't decided yet. And I guess I could put some of this blue that I'm scribbling around here in these windows. The window up here. Of course, I messed it up. And it really needs the darker blue in them too. Let's see, did I finish painting all these? I didn't really put it in here. I need a detail brush in here. Even this small brush is too big. And then the darker blue, which my paint is getting dry on me. You know, these are windows in here. There's windows peeking out there. The bay windows. I'll be detailing these. I'm just kind of putting some color in there right now. Color in there for the window. And there's another window off in here. I don't know what I did there. There's a window here. No window here. But it needs a darker color in there. So here I am painting with mixing paint with my paintbrush. Off down in there. Now, see, that sky is too gray. Whoops. Where's my paint rag? It needs to be over here. The sky is too gray for me. I can't get the sky blue that I want with the colors that I have. So I'm going to go get some brighter blue. Let's add some blues in here. Joyce, I had to leave a store yesterday. A mentally challenged family, 3 of them were irritating me. I just left. Well, that's probably about all you could do was just leave them. I was in the Dollar Tree store, and I'll tell you, I just about walked out. There was this young child who's just screaming. Just screaming. I mean, she wasn't screaming, crying. She was, Mom, look at this, and Mommy, look at that, and Mommy, I want this. And you could hear her all over the store. And I'm going, I wish her mother would calm her down a little. I bore with it, though. You know, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to bear with other people. This sky, I'm not happy with my sky. I'm going to be repainting that. I'm going to put in a lot more detail in here. I just kind of got the undercoating, the underpainting. The flag, Janet's flag is going to be here. There's the butterflies here and a black kitty and the clock. And here are my urban sketchers down here. So I actually could put some more. Now I got the white out. Let's paint this angel a little better in here. Now that and I wanted to paint this. Let's paint. I don't want brown here. I want gray in here. And I want kind of a grayish color there. Yeah. Gray in there. They're sitting on a and the angel is on a pedestal. Now, just because I have this red out, I'm going to start dotting some flowers, just the red and maybe some white, just because I have it out. Just because we need some flowers. My yellow, I used my yellow. And here again, as I say, this is all underpainting. This will all change. I don't like that red next to the red brick. Oops. Let's put white in there. Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Let's put white down, going down here. No, white in there. Here's my white. A lot of red flowers in this town. I'll have to put some yellow and blue ones in here, but I'm just getting color on the cover. It'll change. It'll all change by the time it's done. It will all change. There'll be flowers coming down this way. Am I going to put it over where I just painted it? No. This is actually the flag here. Probably should be some flowers in there. Now, I'll probably go in with more blues and yellows, but I don't have them out on my palette. So I'm just kind of using what I have before I quit here. All right. Let's look at chat. Put this over here. Let's look at chat. Tanya, good night. They're saying good night to Tanya. They're saying good night to Roy. Good night, Roy. Good night, Tanya. Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock where he's at. Yeah, it's almost 10 here. Tanya said good night. Kathy said good night. Bye, Kathy. I'm getting ready to quit too. I'm getting tired. I need to go in and detail this. I do not like that blue sky. Yeah, it's not dry yet. I don't like it at all. I need a brighter sky blue. The sky looks gray. I'm going to work with this area. Guys, it's just the undercoating. Kathy said, nice hanging out. Oh, Linda Morrow. Hi. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome, welcome. Mina says, then Phibbs Ville is going to be super awesome because it's already awesome. Thank you, Mina. Janice said, hope I don't have trouble getting back in like last time. Wish me luck. I'm going to refresh. Did she ever come back in? Oh, yeah, she did. She said good night. All right, she came back in. I'm getting ready to leave. It's almost 11 on the Eastern time. Janet's screen went blank. Huh. The people above walk heavy and makes my head hurt. Oh, no, Cheryl. I'm sorry. Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. You got kicked out? No. What's going on with YouTube tonight? Susan says, my favorite co-shopper is a positive affirmation mom whose every response is educational, yet spews unicorns and rainbows to little Johnny. Aw. We needed one of those at the Dollar Tree the other day. All righty. Joyce says, oh my gosh, kids screaming here all the time. I don't get it. Well, that Dollar Tree kid needed some quieting down. Well, this is not quite where I want it yet. I've got a lot more work to do on it, but I got the base coat in. Usually it'll pop out when I get the detailing on it. I got a butterfly in there. The clock is there. The flag, the little angel statue, the urban sketchers. These flowers are not going to be all pink and red, but they're in there now. But I'm tired myself. I've had a long day. I've planted flowers. I I streamed this morning, so I'm getting pretty tired myself. Good night, Cheryl. Be well, Becky. Good night, Beck. You go get some rest. So I'm going to say good night to all of you. I'm going to leave a little early tonight. Generally, I would not sit and paint all night. But tonight was a little bit unusual. So there you go. Good night, Joyce. Another storm is coming, Cheryl. Oh, wow. Good night, Sharon. Thanks for popping in. Thanks, Linda. It's getting there. So you all have a really good weekend. And as I say, if you have some time, do some art. Bye, everybody. Good night.